Today I'm obsessed with. I'm Laura Ray. I don't usually use that word obsessed. I have so many products that I try all the time that I don't usually get so obsessed with anything. But I realized looking at my collection that there are some things I'd be very upset if I didn't have anymore, or something that I think is just really a great deal for the price, or just something that nothing else works as great as it. So today I want to share with you some of the things that I am obsessed with. This is sort of a backwards video. This makeup I'm wearing right now, I put on about 10 hours ago. Let's see, it's 4:35 in the afternoon, and I put this on about 4:30 this morning. So it's been a long time, and I thought this might be a good idea to sort of show you the end of the day instead of always showing applying the makeup. And I'll have swatches of any of the shades that I show you today that I'm obsessed with. But let's take a look. I will say I did a little touch up around the nose before I came on camera, and I put a little more of the eye brightener I'm going to show you. But besides that, and of course applying lipstick, this is the makeup I started with this morning. And I really think it looks great. I still have the blush, and it's such an affordable blush. You're gonna love it. And I look in the creases here of my forehead, and there's no makeup collected there. The foundation I'm going to talk about I've used for quite a while, but nobody talks about it anymore. But I think overall, everything looks really great. Even my mascara and the brows, I really like them because they're not overly done. And look at the eyeshadow. I'm super excited because that's a product I've never heard anybody talk about. Let's start with the foundation. The foundation I use today that I think rivals Estee Lauder Double Wear, which let's see if I have it here. No, I have it in my bathroom, is this one, the Catrice HD. I've used this for so long. I've talked about it many times, but some of you are new here and may not know. This is such a great, I would say medium coverage, medium to full, but it's so thin. It just really has a very, look at how runny that is. The consistency, it goes on and just stays. It does not move. Anytime I'm wanting to make sure to cover redness, or if I have a breakout on my face, I always turn to this foundation because I know it's going to cover and I know it's going to stay. So I would have to say out of any foundation I've bought in the past few years, it's the one that I'm definitely most obsessed with. I love how it looks on my skin. It's not too heavy. It's not too thin. It just gets the job done. And it's super affordable, around $10. How can you beat that? The next product I want to talk about is this blush. Again, this is a blush that's been out for a while, but I keep going back and repurchasing it. It's from Almay, and it's their Healthy Hues blush. When you look at it just here, it just looks like a regular powder. It doesn't seem that special when you run your finger over it or anything, but boy, does it look beautiful on the skin. I really believe in my heart it looks as great as Charlotte Tilbury does. I have a couple of her blushes, and this looks just as nice. Now, I applied it with a brush that I'm so impressed with. I get many questions about, Laura, what other affordable brushes do you use? There are others that I use that cost more, and they say that's out of my price range or what I want to spend. So I am obsessed with these from e.l.f. The first one here is the cream and powder face brush. I love using this for bronzer, powder bronzer, and then this side I really like for any cream products, which I'll show you in a minute, one that I am obsessed with. This one is for liquid blush. And one that I am obsessed with is right here, the e.l.f. I really love these new blushes, the liquid camo. It's one of my favorite products e.l.f.'s come out with in the past several years. It gives just such a beautiful look on the skin. It lasts all day. I've done wear tests with it. I come home from school with just as much blush as when I left. But let's talk about the Healthy Hues. I'm going to put on just a little bit more so you can see me demonstrate it. But it just goes on so thin and buildable. You can see your skin through it, but you have color and it lasts. The first time when I started using it, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago, I thought, that's not going to show up on my skin. And then I put it on and I was like, wow, that really looks beautiful. This is under $10, I believe, and just such a nice blush. Now the packaging is cardboard, so it's not anything fancy schmancy, but I like that. It seems to hold up really well, and it's perfect for travel. Let's talk about that cream bronzer. Milani came out with this a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I've been wearing it. It's their Cheek Kiss in the shade Spilling Tea. This is such a beautiful cream bronzer. I don't feel any need to try something pricier. I have in the past. I bought several others, and this is just as great. I think one of Milani's best they've ever created. I'm going to go in with the cream side of this double-ended brush and just pounce into it, and we'll add a little bit more. I like to go in the forehead here, and this just blends out so beautifully. I love what it does for the jawline. I think it just really looks nice. I like to put it on the neck too, just go down my neck to sort of blend the makeup in better, and even hit the nose a little bit to warm up the nose. But this is such a beautiful cream bronzer. I think it comes in a couple of shades. I bought the lighter one because my skin is really like a light medium. But this is a beautiful product. You can put as much as you want. I don't like too much bronzer, just a little bit for work because I'm in such close contact with people all of the time. So I don't like to have too much on. But it's such a beautiful product and so affordable. I've spent all kinds of money on brows, a wide range. I've bought the Anastasia brow products. I bought the e.l.f. So I've tried products from all price ranges. I think this is great. It's from Essence. It's their Thick and Wow. And this is a brow mascara, just to show you the brush. It's just perfect. I just comb through the brows very lightly like this. And these brows, like I said, I put on this morning at 4:30 in the morning. And they lasted all day, but we can give them a little more color. And that's what I like. If you find that it's not enough for you, you can just keep layering. I also like to go the opposite direction, but this one from Essence is so affordable. Many of them, like the Benefit, you'll pay close to $25. The shade I bought is Caramel Blonde, and that worked really well for me. I usually like taupe, but they didn't have it in that shade, and I saw this and I thought I'll go with this, and I think it worked out beautifully. It gives sort of a softer look. I really don't like my brows too deep. Makes my deep set eyes look even more deep set, just the whole eye area like to soften up a little bit. So the caramel worked really well. Let's talk about some more eye products. What I'm wearing on my eyes for eyeshadow is so affordable. And one of my favorite makeup artists is Carmen D. I have watched Carmen D for so many years. Well, Carmen D has her line, Carmen D Beauty. And I purchased this on Amazon, this little eyeshadow palette. Now, I have to tell you, the packaging is pretty much like a Wet n Wild packaging. It's not sturdy, it's very lightweight, but it's the product that's so great. I really love this because the colors are so unique. The one I bought is called Moonscape, the color scheme or color story. You've got like a taupe and then look at this shade here. That's just so beautiful. I used that this morning in the outer corner of the eye. Then you have this shade, which is like a lighter version of the taupe, and then this white here. And I actually went like this morning and just tapped it on the center of the eye, and blended it with my finger really softly. So I'll just show you. I didn't put this much on this morning. I put on less. But I thought to give a little bit of a halo look, that was really beautiful. But this gives more of a mature smoky eye, a softer look. It's all in one. Again, super inexpensive. And I just really love these shades. So that's why I'm really obsessed with it. The quality was there. And it's the shade. You know how we all find that shade that we just love so much? As a matter of fact, let me know in the comments what shade of eyeshadow you love or lipstick. I love hearing that from all of you because sometimes you'll like something that I might not have thought of, and that'll give me something new to try. But these shades really work on my eyes. We don't hear much about Almay on social media, which is disappointing because Almay has a lot of great products and they've been around for a long time. I am obsessed with this eyeliner. This is their all-day intense gel eyeliner, and the shade I bought is Evergreen. So part of the reason I'm obsessed is the shade, Evergreen. The other reason is it lasts. It makes it for a whole school day for me. If you look, all that liner is still there that I applied this morning. And so what I did when I applied it, I went over my eyes with the liner and then went in with this brush. I am obsessed with this. It's the BK Beauty, the number's 208. And this slanted brush, you would think, oh, that's great for brows, which it is, but it is awesome for liner. And what I love to do especially is take it in the outer edge and pull up. And because this brush is so tiny, you get that thin little lift on the corner, so it gives you that lifted look. So this brush will always be in my collection. If for some reason it wears out at some point, I'll buy another one because it is fantastic. But you can use it for your brows also. I even think it would be great for lips to get a nice sharp lip line around the lips. So I think I'll buy another one of these. But this liner is fantastic. Many of you have used or heard of the under eye corrector from Becca, now Stila owns the company, and they have the Stila Becca under eye brightener. Well, that's too thick for my under eyes. It creases. And I found the Catrice under eye brightener works amazing. And I've talked a lot about that. It runs $6. It really brightens the under eyes. Well, Neutrogena has come out with a Glow Perfector pen. This comes in different shades. This doesn't have the shade on the packaging. I think I bought light medium. I'm almost positive. Now, this has one of those pens which you can already see how messy that's getting. That's my one complaint about this. But what I do instead of putting it right directly on the eyes, I like to click the pen and just put some onto my clean hand like that. Now, this is not only meant for the under eyes, which it works great there. It can also be a highlighter. So you can put this on your skin. It's just meant to add light and brightness to any area that you're looking for. So I'm going to put it on my cheeks here so you can see. I just think this adds so much of a lift, a little brightness without looking too bright. If I had bought a lighter shade, it would have been too much, but the light medium seems to work. You can see how little I'm using. Now, what I like about this over the Catrice is it's thinner, and thin works great for mature skin. So you could put a little on the nose if you wanted to add a little brightness there. And it looks more natural than these products that have glitter or sparkle in them. This doesn't. This is just a very thin brightener. And I've placed it in my under eyes. That's where I touched up that I told you about when I came home. I'm just going to put a little here and a little here so you can see how this can just brighten you up. Now this I purchased through Target. It is more expensive. Drugstore prices have really gone up. I think it was around $17. So I will look for the best price that I can put in the description. All the links for these products will be in the description of the video. So, and I appreciate you shopping those links. That's what supports my videos and my channel. So I want to thank you for that. I was shopping at Sephora and I was over in the Makeup by Mario section, and it had a lipstick and an arrow and it said Mario's favorite. So right away that got my curiosity going, because he creates a lot of products, and if that's his favorite, it must be something that works well on a lot of his clients. Well, I wanted to buy the shade. Every time I went in, maybe 3 or 4 times, it was sold out. Well, finally I got it. And the shade is Bronx Baby, and it's what I'm wearing on my lips today. And I can see why it's Mario's favorite, because it's a nude with maybe a touch of pinky peach to it, I would say. And it just really would work good on any skin tone. I can see someone a lot fairer than me wearing this, and I can see someone with a deeper skin tone than I have wearing this. This lipstick is so creamy, so beautiful. I'm very particular with lipsticks because there's so many great ones at the drugstore. I'm very obsessed with the Revlon lipsticks. I think they just glide on beautifully on the skin. They're super affordable. So it's rare for me to think spending $30-some on a lipstick is worth it. And the thing is, I have a lot of trouble with nudes looking good on me. Most of them don't. Most of them wash me out or they're too dark. So it's been very difficult for me to find that happy place where the lipstick actually looks good. And I usually don't get compliments from you on nude lipstick. Usually it's a brighter shade or a pink, but never nude. I rarely hear anybody say, wow, that nude looks great on you. So I feel like this is a great compromise. It's got that little bit of peachy pink. It's not too dark, not too light. So just like Goldilocks, I think I found the perfect one. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the lipstick off because I want to show you a few other lip products that I am obsessed with. I did line my lips, by the way, with a lip liner that I just bought from Charlotte Tilbury. I was testing out her new lipstick. I did a YouTube short on it. And if you haven't seen my shorts, you might want to catch them because I will do wear tests, show you how they look at the beginning of the day, the end of the day, so you can see if it's something you're interested in. All right, let's talk about this. This was a whole ordeal. I went into Sephora. I was actually in the store, and I wanted the new Laneige limited edition cotton candy lip balm. I love the scent of cotton candy. So when I heard Laneige came out with a lip balm that's cotton candy and it's limited edition, I wanted it. And every time I looked, it was sold out. Well, finally they had it. Look at how beautiful this is. This reminds me like of ice cream that I used to get from the ice cream man. This feels so good. I'm going to put some on so you can see what it looks like. Oh, it looks fun when you first put it on. I love it. I'm obsessed. I just love lip balm. I wear it to bed every night, and I just think when you wake up in the morning, it's so nice to have your lips feel good and hydrated. So I'm glad I finally got it. I know some people are not as much into lip balm as I am, and I didn't used to be. This is something within the last few years I really started enjoying. But I think this smells so good, and it might be my new favorite. Almay recently came out with this new gloss, and I think this is beautiful too. It's their Color and Care lip gloss. This is the shade Pink Twinkle. I love pink, and we have spring coming up. Although I've heard a lot of people talking about peach for this spring. How do you feel about that? Do you wear peach? I don't always wear lip balm alone. I really love it over lipstick because I am gone from the house for so long and have almost no time to ever touch up my makeup. But this feels very nice on the lips. It's not sticky at all, and I think it has a beautiful look. Recently, I did a video where I talked about this from Morphe, their Drip Glass. I love this lip gloss. It adds so much shine to any lipstick look or over a lip pencil or on its own. Well, I didn't have this shade with me. It's their pink shade. It's called Pink Mirror. So I wanted to show that to you today. And in case you didn't see the other video, I'm going to show you this one too. This pink reminds me of one that NARS had, Turkish Delight. That was such a big gloss from NARS. I remember Kim Kardashian or one of the Kardashians wearing it. This was probably close to 10 years ago. And it was just sold out everywhere for a very long time, for like more than a year. But I think this looks very similar, and this one is much more affordable. Now let's try Stargaze. I love these kind of shades for over a lipstick, but let's just see today how it looks on its own. Wow. So I think you can see why I'm obsessed with these. If you do like lip gloss, I know some women don't, but a lot of you do love it. These just have such a high-end look, and yet they're really inexpensive, and they just feel great on the lips. A couple of other beauty products that I am obsessed with. One is an eye cream that I think is amazing. Recently, I was just having so much dryness because of the cold weather in this part of the under eye, and it just looked terrible. All the eye creams I usually use, even my Be Naturals, wasn't cutting it because it was just so dry. So I looked on Sephora. I ordered a Shiseido one that I had a long time ago. That worked beautifully. But I also wanted to try one from Kiehl's. And I haven't used many of their products before, but I read a lot of reviews and people were saying how hydrating it is. And boy, is it amazing. So when you first touch it, you think, wow, this is going to be so thick. And then all of a sudden, like you feel a thickness to it, it just starts disappearing and getting silky and smooth and going into the skin. And the texture almost changes from this cream to almost like a water feel. It's the strangest eye cream I've ever used. It really is different. But my under eyes got better quickly. From the first use, it was just like, okay, that's not a problem anymore. And I've kept using it. It feels so comforting and so nice in the under eyes. When you get tight dryness in the skin, it's so uncomfortable. People don't talk about that much. They always talk about more the looks, the appearance, or lines or wrinkles. But what about the physical discomfort of having dry skin? It's not pleasant. Well, this just worked great. When I use this up, I will definitely repurchase. This is going to be something that will always be in my rotation because it works amazing. I really love it. It's got avocado in it, and I don't know that I've ever used an eye cream with avocado in it. And just a lot of different things that are just smooth feeling in the under eyes. But really, like I said, the way this feels, how it goes from like this thick cream into almost this watery kind of feel, is really unique. And it lasts. Like I can still feel it on my skin. Yet when I go to apply makeup, nothing ever pills, none of that. So this one is definitely my obsession. I wanted to talk about two more products. I have never really used anything from Sexy Hair, that brand. And for some reason, I don't know what possessed me, but I just wanted like more lift in the roots for my hair. And so I started with this root pump, and I think it works great. It really gives my style. Of course, I don't have my hair down like I usually do today, but it gives me a nice lift in the crown of the hair without having to tease it or anything like that. And then the sexy hairspray, I just think this works really great. I have trouble with wind. Here in Florida, it's been so windy in the past month. It's just been crazy. And when my husband and I go out to film dancing for Instagram, a lot of days I will have to wear a hat or a beanie because the winds can somewhat be 15, 20 miles per hour. So my hair's just all over the place. But if it's not too windy to where I have to wear a hat, I like to have my hair down and don't want the bangs blowing up or anything like that. I'm sort of growing my bangs out now. And since I have fine hair, that wind will catch it and the bangs will be sticking straight up. So this hairspray has been great. I just absolutely think it's wonderful. And the root pump has given me some good lift. One of my subscribers recently told me that she got unsubscribed from the channel. She said, please let all the other viewers know that to check and see if you're subscribed. She said, I don't know why they did that. I've watched you for so long. So I really appreciate her bringing that to my attention. That's happened with me too. I've gone on to channels and say, hey, I've subscribed to that. Why don't they have me as subscribed? So if you check that, I would really appreciate it. I appreciate you all so much. I love reading your comments, and I hope you'll have a blessed week. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you soon.